This came from multiple people. There were approximately 67 people who asked this. They want to know when we're going to have a baby. Are we going to tell them? It's been so long, I barely even remember how to use this camera. Look at Mowgli. He wants to be in. Mowgli, 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 Mowgli. Maddie wanted this blanket in the shot, so here's...
Well, no, I didn't ask you to go get it and put it in the shot. It was already in the shot. You took it out.
It is a couple days before Christmas. I'm taking all of Maddie's stuff that I bought her back to Dollar General. We asked for some questions for this video on Instagram. If you didn't see that, it's probably because you only follow me and not Maddie. I posted it, she didn't.
I'm so sorry.
All the questions came through my Instagram, and I've got 5 of them that I picked out.
Oh boy.
Maddie doesn't know what they are. We're gonna answer them right now, holiday edition. I think our next video will be after Christmas probably. So
maybe we'll make one with our families.
Family and stuff.
Both families.
So if we don't see you before Christmas, let's just start this video off.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry, Merry.
Mary, did you know?
It's your baby boy.
Okay.
I just really want to be put on stage one day. You can turn my mic off. I don't care. We'll try to do another Q&A, and I promise that the next time I'll post on.
Yeah, so make sure you follow us both on
My
Instagram, and you can get in
stuff.
on the questions next time. He's being really sweet. Okay, here we go. You're gonna be really passionate about the first question. Who is the best Marvel superhero and why? This came from our friend Carson Case. We need to establish, is it the most powerful, or is it just the one that we like the best?
What was the question?
It was, who's the best Marvel superhero? So there's a lot of room
Well, you can, that's just that's an opinion. So I feel like either one you can make.
But does it mean like I like them the best, or they would win in a fight?
Well, I personally think that my person is both.
Okay, let's say your person.
I'm gonna have to go with Iron Man. I'm a big Spider-Man person just because I really like the newest Spider-Man in the Marvels.
Tom Holland.
I think that Tom Holland is a great actor, and I think that he's really funny.
Yes.
So I love him as Spider-Man. But if we're talking about actual just the superheroes in Marvel, I have to say Iron Man, and my reasoning is because he's freaking sick.
Yeah.
It's not
He doesn't have COVID. He just is, you mean he's cool.
He's just awesome, and it's all because of his brain. He created everything that you see him do, which I think that is the coolest, just because that's the most realist. It's not just a random superpower.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that he's kind of like a modern day Batman. And to me, I always thought, no, don't get me wrong. I think that he's one of my favorite of the Marvel characters. But as far as powerful, I don't think he's quite as powerful.
That's funny considering he hosts all of the other superheroes at his place.
Yeah, he can be a good friend.
He's a leader. His knowledge on the world.
No, he's a good guy. And he's rich. He has the nicest house.
I'm not saying he's just a good guy. I'm actually saying because it doesn't just take you having powers to be great. You have to use those powers and use them
for good.
Yes, for good. But I'm saying you have to know what's going on in the world. You have to know your surroundings. You have to be smart about how you use your powers in certain situations. And I just feel like the Iron Man is the most aware of what's always going on.
Yeah, I mean, he's aware. I'm just saying, I think he's cool. I think he's funny. I think he's really rich. I just don't think he's the most powerful.
That wasn't the question though.
Who's the best, and that can be taken as most powerful. I would say this. I would say that my favorite of the Avengers is Spider-Man. I'm a big Spider-Man guy. Tom Holland. I used to text her. Her name on my phone was Mary Jane from Spider-Man, and mine and hers was Peter Parker. It's not a big deal. It's because a lot of people would confuse me for Spider-Man in real life, and so the most powerful one has to be Thor. Not the fat Thor, overweight Thor, gained a bunch of weight in the latest one, but Thor, he's He's Thor. Okay, next question.
I don't feel like Thor
You guys-
does anything but he just can lift
He's so
a ton
powerful.
of weight.
Yeah,
That's
he's so
about
powerful. He's got a hammer. It flies back to him. It's dope. We need to go to the next question.
it. That's all.
Let us know what Avenger is the best in the comments below. How do you stay motivated?
I have ADD, like legit have ADD. So I could do 1,000 things at once and I never finish anything. For me, how I stay motivated, I feel like that's something I've had to really, really try to figure out this year, just from like having a long period of not having a job. So like, why would I need to be motivated if I didn't have anything to do? And then also COVID happened, so it's like, oh, just chill out in your house.
Well, that could be people mining to this. They might not have a job, or they might not have something to keep them motivated. So what would your advice be? How do you
Well, I
stay
know, but
motivated?
that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like it was hard because I didn't personally feel like I had much to be like motivated about. I almost like went through a slump, but sometimes I think that like a slump is okay because I think it helps you redefine like what is most important to you in your life, like where to even
That's good.
like throw your energy, because I think sometimes you can be motivated but it might not be towards like the best things for your life. Like it could just be work, like you're just getting stuff done, but it might not be super beneficial, I guess, for your happiness and your joy and work, all that kind of stuff. So for me, I get motivated by people. Like I'm motivated when I am around other people that are motivated. I don't know if that's like really great advice or not. Like he's always motivated, so sometimes I find myself wanting to be near him when he's working because it makes me work better. And then also just like if you can find someone else that's just even passionate about what you're passionate about as well, no matter what that looks like. It can be drawing, it can be a certain sport, it can be whatever, but when you find other people that are passionate about it, I feel like
That
it
definitely
helps you
Sharpens the axe a little bit.
Yeah, but motivation is a hard thing. For me, I don't know. I just have to almost like, when I have too little to do, I don't do anything. But when I actually make a schedule for myself and like a good schedule, I feel like I stay motivated.
That's good advice.
That was a very, very long way to explain it.
That was pretty long. So I'm not gonna answer that same question. We're gonna go to the next one. I'll answer the next one.
You should have answered the motivated because you're better.
No, it's okay. I think because it's something that I'm just wired to be more motivated. Like it's my personality. So you got to answer it because you actually have to try to keep and stay motivated, you know?
Because you gotta try to stay motivated.
Well, I don't know. Like I've never thought about staying motivated. Most of the time I just am. I'm just like.
Most of the time I'm trying to get you to unmotivate yourself and
that's true.
relax.
Okay, next question is, how do you decide who does what in the marriage? Now, there's a lot of different ways that I could answer this question, and most of them would get me in trouble. So I'm not gonna answer them in any of those ways.
That's not true.
I'm gonna say that I think if you are not married yet and you're like engaged to something, you should communicate about it and talk through those things before you get married. If you're already married, it's a little bit more of a fun conversation, probably. And I think we communicated a little bit, and then we have communicated since, we got married about.
Still do.
Yeah, like always. But I think some things like you naturally kind of just take up. Like, for instance, I think I've only done the laundry since we've been married like maybe one time. And it's not because I don't know how to do it. It's just because like Maddie has always just kind of done it. Like I don't think that she enjoys doing laundry, but compared to some of the other tasks in the house, she likes to do it. So she does it. Another example is I make the coffee in the mornings. I clean out the coffee pot. I wash the dishes.
I wash the dishes.
You wash the dishes too, but for the most part, I wash the dishes like after meals, and I've been cooking a lot. There are just like things that make sense with your schedule and different stuff. But if you're like butting heads about what to do, then maybe you should just flip a coin, separate it out. I don't know.
Take turns.
I think the key is to communicate it though, because if Maddie is frustrated about me never doing the laundry and she just pins it up inside, it's gonna end bad,
Which happened.
It did happen one time. It's okay.
It did what? But you could just start wearing your underwear inside out because I'm not washing them anymore.
Yeah. And so I think I'm actually doing that right now.
Ew.
Here we go. 2 more questions. What's the number one thing that you should look for in a future spouse? This came from someone single.
Me specifically, as a Jesus follower, a Jesus believer.
That's number one. Let's go to
that's
something
like-
else. That's a given. Like if they know us, they know that would be our number one.
Okay.
So say another one.
Can I say 2? I'll say quick. 2 for me. 1 was driven. And not like overly.
Would you say motivated?
Motivated. Well, not. I mean, I think more driven than I would say motivated. Like, you are almost to the extreme of a to-do list kind of person. But I'm just saying, I like the fact that he has dreams and aspirations. Like, there are things in life that he wants to accomplish, and he actually, like, when he accomplishes them, then he makes another one. He doesn't just stay, like, super complacent. Different than content, complacent. And so for me, I just wanted someone that could see our life, even like financially, and be like, I want to be debt free so that we can provide certain things for our kids.
Yeah.
Just like those were important to me. And then another one was 100% humor. Like, I have to have somebody that makes me laugh because I can be so stubborn that for me personally, I needed someone that would be able to look at me like he does. And he annoyingly is like, you want to smile, don't you? Oh, I see that smile.
She hates it.
And
She's
I'm like, stop.
I don't want to smile.
But what it does is it just like, it lightens up the moments that you feel like are so dreadful or sad or just when you're down, you need somebody that can be the positive in your life. So I like humor.
I'd agree with both of those. I think those would be high up on the list for me. I think my number one was, and this could just be something maybe you have your eye on, a guy or a girl, you know, and you're thinking like, I really like them, or maybe you're even dating. I think you should look how they treat the people who can give them nothing in return. Like, it's really easy. I hear people say like all the time, oh, well, they're so nice, like around my family and like all this stuff. Well, they should be nice around your family. Like, anyone can do that. Like, they have
near them like for an hour.
Yeah,
most.
it's like they have something to gain out of that. Like of course, you know, I think where you can learn a lot about someone is watching how they interact with people who can't give them anything. So that would be mine. And Maddie was always the same around every single person that she met, and that was really attractive to me. So makes a big deal. Last question, I saved it for last. This came from multiple people.
Oh.
There were approximately 67 people who asked this. They want to know when we're gonna have a baby. Are we gonna tell them? Are we gonna tell them?
Rude.
Are we gonna tell them? Is this the video we're gonna let them know? We're not pregnant, we have a dog.
I don't think we are. We'll find out next week.
We're not pregnant. But
I will go ahead and say this. I think that we decided to share our lives with you guys, and so that's just like what this is. But like I was saying, I think that you have to both be on the same page, and we both like want kids. Like 2 years ago, well, we were only been married for a year and a half, so.
But we've always wanted kids.
We both really want kids. If we had one tomorrow, we would be absolutely thrilled.
Pumped.
Like so excited.
I'd be streaking around our neighborhood just, I'm gonna be a dad! I'm gonna be a dad!
Nobody go outside the house after 10. No, but there are just certain things like, not necessarily debt free, but I did lose my job in January, and there are certain things that we've just been working on over the last few months, which are really exciting. But we just kind of sat down and was like, realistically, if we were to bring a kid into this world, we would like to have these things knocked out, and also.
And we're getting close.
Yeah, we are getting close.
We're getting close.
Hopefully we can share those things with you guys like soon, but definitely kids are always like something that
talk about it a lot.
Talk about. So who knows? Also, it's just God's timing in the sense of we could be trying, and who knows how long it could take.
I mean, the thing about cliffhangers that stinks is that they.
Oh my goodness, I feel bad.
Thanks for tuning in to this Q&A. We hope you have a great Christmas. We love you.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Bye.